From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Thursday morning. Right now you're taking a live look at Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of Yakima Federal, and you can see some of those low-lying clouds out there for this morning, sort of indicative of the light rainfall that we have on the map. It's spanning from the lower Yakima Valley into portions of the lower Columbia Basin, but all of this is pretty light stuff, and after lunchtime most of it should be off the map. Right now, temperatures in the 50s for lower elevations, 30s up in the Cascades, 30s and 40s up in the Blues. So for lower elevations, feels a little bit mild and a little bit muggy out there. And later today, we're thinking we're going to be dry, specifically after lunchtime. Not only drying out, but the clouds clearing out. So we should end up with a mostly sunny day, but highs still about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. A few showers left over for this morning. Otherwise, our forecast is going to be pretty dry for Friday and beyond, and feeling much warmer / hotter as we head into the holiday weekend. I'll tell you just how hot coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, we have some new details coming in this morning after crews recovered a missing woman's body from a submerged vehicle in a Quincy irrigation canal. What authorities say led to the heartbreaking discovery. And a wanted man runs but doesn't get far. Coming up, how K9 and SWAT helped end an early morning standoff. Plus, dog parents in the Tri-Cities will soon have a place to take their fur babies as a new dog park is in the works. We have the details. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. Joining us here on this Thursday morning for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jada Elliott. Jessica has the morning off. And we start with some new details coming in this morning as authorities have recovered the body of a 24-year-old Quincy woman after her car was found submerged in a rural irrigation canal. Investigators believe that Erica Martinez Chavez was driving north along a canal maintenance road near Road 7 Northwest and Road R Northwest when she lost control of her vehicle and it went into the water. Sadly, she was unable to escape. A helicopter pilot flying over a nearby orchard spotted the vehicle underwater Monday and called it in. First responders returned Tuesday to conduct the recovery operation. Officials say the canal at that location is about 75 feet wide and holds about 20 feet of flowing water. Taking you to Kennewick now, where police responded to the area of North Fruitland Street and West Grand Ronde Avenue, locating a man they say had multiple warrants out for his arrest, including a felony warrant. Officials tell us that Herberto Villarreal ran from officers into a home in the 500 block of West Initat Avenue just before 4:30 yesterday morning. They say he refused to come out, leading the Tri-City Regional SWAT team and K9 Ivan to come in to provide assistance. Police found him in an attic. They arrested him on multiple charges, including resisting arrest. He's now been booked into the Benton County Jail. And in Yakima, a new ordinance which provides law enforcement with the necessary tools to identify establishments engaging in unauthorized sexual services at massage parlors is now in effect. City Council voting on the resolution during Tuesday's City Council meeting. The ordinance sets the framework aimed at detecting and preventing a range of regulatory breaches. Yakima detectives say by enforcing these standards, the city seeks to ensure a safe, reputable environment for both consumers and licensed practitioners. The new rule prohibits massage businesses from operating between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. It also states that each massage therapist must be 18 or older and needs to be licensed or certified by the Department of Health.
Last month, an undercover operation was conducted, which resulted in 8 arrests for an offer and agreement of sexual services. We believe this operation highlights how big the problem actually is. Adopting this ordinance will assist law enforcement by providing more opportunity for oversight and make it difficult for businesses to establish themselves and provide illegal sexual services.
The resolution was adopted fast and passed with a vote of 7-0. The Yakima City Council approving another resolution Tuesday night authorizing funding for a brand new regional crash team. Data shows that Yakima County has a high rate of serious injury and fatal collisions, particularly in unincorporated and small rural towns. Currently, Washington State Patrol, Yakima Police, and the Sheriff's Office are the only agencies in the region with technically trained collision investigators. But within the 3 agencies, they are limited to a number of investigators and tools. So this will protect this project will allow all three agencies to form a new major collision investigation team. Total cost will be about $81,000 for the first year. Continuation is subject to funding availability and satisfactory progress. 6:05 now, and Apple Valley News Now sat down with two state representatives yesterday to break down some of the key takeaways from this year's legislative session. While several bills made it through both chambers, including nearly $69 million secured for local projects, Representatives Gloria Mendoza and Stephanie Manjarrez of the 14th District say not everything coming out of Olympia was good news. Some of the legislation, they say, could raise taxes and expand the state's authority, particularly when it comes to parental rights.
When you add an emergency clause, that's what it is. There is an emergency. There's a flood, there's a fire, there's an emergency that requires you to put an emergency clause on a bill. Now you're seeing emergency clauses on the Parental Bill of Rights.
Both lawmakers say they'll be keeping a close eye on how these new laws are implemented and say they'll be pushing for more transparency in next year's session. 606 in the Tri-Cities is, of course, known for being dog-friendly, but if you are a pet parent, you know options are a little limited when it comes to letting your pup run free. Right now, there's only one dog park in the entire metro area, but that's about to change. The new dog park at Columbia Park, right behind the Toyota of Tri-Cities Playground of Dreams, is all about to take shape. It'll cover about 3.25 acres and include separate areas for small, medium, and large dogs. Crews have already begun work by setting up fence posts, and they've started digging up the dirt.
The large dog park portion of it is going to be quite a bit larger than the smaller dog portion of it, which makes sense. But yeah, we're excited. Regional dog park coming on in a what I think is the best place in Tri-Cities in Columbia Park. So we can't wait to open it.
Park is expected to open by the end of June, and if this goes well and the community wants another one, the city says they might just do that. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up after a flurry of last-minute changes to President Trump's tax cut and spending bill. The House just this morning passed the policy. Coming up, we'll take a look at what is inside this massive bill and also have reaction from lawmakers. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Yakima Federal camera here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. We will check back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. He will have your first alert forecast coming up after the break. It is 8 minutes after 6.
We have some of the most scenic bicycle pathways in the region. Remember to be careful and that all the rules of the road apply to bicyclists. So stay on the right and watch out for the other guy.
Call 735-0546. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
When working, take breaks. Maybe go for a walk or get up and move around a bit because taking care of your mental health is vitally important. More at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar today at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
This Memorial Day, we're celebrating big savings on mattresses at More Furniture. Our Sleep More Hybrid Memory Foam mattress includes a layer of cooling gel, while the Sleep More Copper features copper infused into the material. Both mattresses providing you with an exceptional sleep experience. During our Memorial Day sale, choose either Sleep More mattress, add a Sealy Ease adjustable base, and 2 memory foam pillows and get the whole package for only $9.99, including free shipping. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more for less.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
We have some of the most scenic bicycle pathways in the region. Remember to be careful and that all the rules of the road apply to bicyclists. So stay on the right and watch out for the other guy.
Call 735-0546. Call now. They're waiting to help you.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're seeing temperatures that are pretty mild for lower elevations this morning. So even though we're still in the upper 30s for Snoqualmie Pass, 50 down in the Kittitas Valley, 53 for Vantage. In the Yakima Valley, all of us either in the low to mid 50s. And then for the lower Columbia Basin, it also looks as if most of us are in the 50s, but it's more like mid to upper 50s. 58 towards the Hanford site, 56 in the Tri-Cities. And then for the Blue Foothills, most of us in the 50s, although we are seeing some mid to upper 40s, 43 for Heppner, 48 for Pilot Rock, and 30s and 40s for some of the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here is your umbrella cast for today for the Tri-Cities. It's going to be a low-end chance you'll need it before lunchtime. Then after that, our forecast is going to dry out in a hurry. And so for today, we'll end up having high temperatures that'll still be about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. That means upper 60s in the Kittitas Valley and the Blue Foothills of Walla Walla County, low 70s in the Yakima Valley and the lower Columbia Basin. But I do think it could feel a little bit warmer in the sunshine into the afternoon, and we should have partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies as we get into the afternoon. The high temperature is not going to look anything like this for this weekend, especially by Sunday, as we could feel very summer-like. I'll tell you just how hot it could get coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thanks so much. 12 minutes after 6, taking a look at some big national headlines this morning. The House voting early this morning to pass President Trump's sweeping tax and spending cuts bill.
On this vote, the yeas are 215, the nays are 214, with one answering present. The bill is passed.
The 215 to 214 vote came after days of intensive negotiations. Legislative package includes measures that would cut into Medicaid and food stamps. It would also make the 2017 tax cuts permanent. House Republicans made changes to the bill on Wednesday in an effort to win over GOP holdouts, and among them, speeding up work requirements for Medicaid.
We stand ready to continue our work together to deliver on the one big, beautiful bill, as President Trump named it himself. We're going to send that to his desk. We're going to get it there by Independence Day on July 4th, and we are going to celebrate a new golden age in America.
Republicans also decided to phase out the Biden-era energy tax credits sooner than planned. The bill now heads to the Senate. Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. We'll be checking back in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, giving you that live look outside this morning from our Yakima Federal camera here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. He will break down your forecast as we make our way closer to the Memorial Day weekend. It's 6:13 and we're back after the break.
Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking was proud to take part in the Great American Flag Swap. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Rick's Fencing and Decking thanks you for joining us in honoring our veterans and all who serve.
More than 2 people die of skin cancer in the U.S. every hour, and most of it is totally preventable. Get more about preventing skin cancer at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Skin cancer prevention and screening available at Prosser Memorial Health. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Imagine waking up actually rested, because last night you slept on the new Cube mattress found exclusively at Walker's Furniture. Cube isn't just a mattress, it's a sleep revolution. The Gel Cube technology supports your body exactly where you need it. With airflow enhancing cubes, premium memory foam, and natural latex, Cube delivers a deeper, longer, more refreshing sleep. And this month, you can enter to win a new Cube mattress from Walkers.
At McCurley Subaru, service has always meant more than just turning wrenches. It's about turning trust into lasting relationships. That's why we've expanded to better serve you. Double the oil change bays, 33% more technicians, and faster turnaround with basic services done in about 45 minutes. And we don't just service Subarus. We work on all makes and models, old and new. Whether you're maintaining your vehicle or facing something bigger, our newly remodeled service department is ready when you are. McCurley Subaru, your way home. Book your service appointment today at McCurleySubaru.com.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office Thursday, June 26th at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Fly with us over the Coeur d'Alene Resort Golf Club and their world-famous floating green for a spectacular adventure.
It's an intimidating hole, there's no question, but we just say take a deep breath, play the proper club, and you'll get on there.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
Next live, Cynthia Nixon from And Just Like That.
When you worked on Sex and the City, we learned how to dress, how to walk, how to talk.
Plus General Hospital's Finola Hughes.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have some light rainfall on the map for this morning. Let's show you what happens to that throughout the rest of today with Futurecast radar. By 8 this morning, looks like that band is really just going to be in the same spot, impacting the lower Yakima Valley and the lower Columbia Basin. By lunchtime, poof, it's off the map. Looks like we're going to end up being pretty dry for the rest of the day. But for this morning, be a great morning to download the First Alert Weather app. You can get it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. You can track the showers yourself with that interactive radar feature. So for today, after 12 p.m., should be a mostly dry day. We'll have partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. High temperatures still about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. That means 60s and 70s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s up in the Cascades and Blues. Winds and breezes a little bit more widespread as opposed to what they were for yesterday, but nothing compared to the strength of the wind gusts we had this past weekend. So, take a look at your microclimate and make of the wind gust forecast what you will for today. For tonight, we're going to be dry, mostly clear skies. Could hold on to a shower or two up in the Cascades, but I'm thinking the rest of us going to be mostly dry and mostly clear. Overnight lows down in the 40s for lower elevations, 30s for the Cascades and Blues. And we'll continue to keep the forecast completely dry for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But late Sunday into Memorial Day, we're going to have another storm system that could bring us some showers or thunderstorms. Now, I'm thinking throughout the day from Memorial Day should end up being mostly dry. We'll have another dry day for Tuesday, then another low-end chance of some showers or thunderstorms for next Wednesday. High temperatures, again, like I mentioned, about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for Thursday. Seasonal stuff for Friday. And then after that, the heat is going to be on, especially for Sunday, as we could end up being about 10 to 15 degrees warmer than normal for the Sunday before Memorial Day. So feeling very summer-like out there, and that heat is going to sustain itself into next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small chance of showers this morning, drying out and turning summer-like into this weekend, and it looks as if that'll continue next week. In Yakima, the forecast turns dry after this morning, with highs in the 80s taking over for Saturday and beyond. In Ellensburg, drying out later today, then the forecast stays mostly dry as we heat things up into the weekend and next week. In Hermiston, a few showers possible this morning, then a mostly dry forecast as highs surge into the low 90s by Sunday. Then for Walla Walla, not much rain over the next 7 days as highs will buddy up with 90 degrees on Sunday and will keep it pretty warm for Memorial Day and beyond.
Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, she's a business owner, a fashion icon, and now a lawyer. Kim Kardashian adds another venture under her Gucci belt, graduating law school. That story and more coming up in your entertainment headlines after the break.
Our employee owners welcome you into Bi-Mart to save with our 70th anniversary open house savings book arriving in your mailbox this week. Pepsi brand 12 packs are buy 2 get 2 free. Fran's soft baked cookies are 2 for $5. Gallon veggies and tomatoes are $3.99. Rustler Classic regular fit jeans are just $10.99. And Chevron 1 gallon 15W40 Dello oil is just $12.99. Save now with our 70th anniversary open house savings at Bi-Mart since 1955.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing available across a full lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Employee pricing. You pay what we pay. Only from your local Ford dealer.
The big Memorial Day weekend is finally here, and More Furniture is celebrating with store-wide sale pricing. Plus, get your choice, free white glove delivery, or we'll pay the sales tax. It's your chance to save big on our spring lineup featuring fresh new designs, functions, and features in every department. You'll find relaxing living rooms, bedroom sanctuaries, cozy dining rooms, and the perfect accessories all in stock, on sale and ready for immediate delivery. Visit your local More Furniture this Memorial weekend.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar today at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Prosser Memorial Health proudly offers mental health services at our primary care clinics in Prosser, Grandview, and Benton City. Our mental health providers are certified, experienced, and now accepting new patients. Taking care of our mental health is vital to our overall well-being and general health. To schedule an appointment, call a Prosser Memorial Health Clinic near you. To learn more, visit prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
At Honey Baked Ham, we support our veterans. This Friday and Saturday, all active and retired military personnel can stop by for a free turkey or ham classic in appreciation of your service. Come see Vivian and her staff at the Honey Baked Ham in Kennewick, and happy Memorial Day.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back, 622 in your entertainment news this morning. Tom Hanks is stepping back into the spotlight, this time on a New York stage.
The two-time Oscar winner will star in This World of Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's an off-Broadway play that he co-wrote with James Glossman. The play, based on Hanks' 2017 short story collection, blends science fiction, romance, and history.
Hanks plays a scientist who travels back in time in search of love. The play is directed by Tony Award winner Kenny Leon.
This marks Hanks' first stage role since his Tony-nominated performance in the newsroom drama Lucky Guy in 2013. The production runs for 8 weeks starting October 30th at the Shed in Manhattan. All right, singer, actress, and investor Selena Gomez can now add a new title to her name, cookie creator.
Yep, the 32-year-old has collaborated with Oreo to create a new flavor. Gomez's custom Oreo is a sweet and spice flavor combo. It features 2 chocolate cinnamon flavored wafers. The filling is made up of a layer of chocolate and cinnamon cream mixed with sweetened condensed milk and sprinkled with cinnamon sugar.
Yummy. Gomez was inspired by her love of horchata. That's a sweet drink often made from ground rice or nuts and flavored with cinnamon. The cookie wafers are also engraved with 6 different embossments. One of them being, I still feel funny saying it, Selenators? Selenators?
It's not a strong fan.
Selenators. I don't know. It's a nod to her fans. That's what Gomez has named her fans. Another one has her autograph as well.
The limited edition cookies go on sale June 2nd online, and the collab is part of the cookie company's growing roster of partnerships to help attract Gen Zers. It had other successful collaborations with Lady Gaga and Post Malone.
Sound delicious.
Yes.
Well, another celebrity adding things to their resume. After 6 years, Kim Kardashian has finished a law study program. The 44-year-old reality star shared the news via Instagram, as one does.
Of course, yes. Well, the 4-year program took Kardashian a little longer due to the COVID pandemic and other conflicts. While Kardashian never graduated college, the program allows a path for graduates to qualify for the bar exam without attending law school, which I did not know was an option.
Same. Everything's an option if you're a Kardashian, I guess.
I guess so.
Kardashian's father, Robert Kardashian Sr., was an attorney. He passed away in 2003 after being diagnosed with esophageal cancer.
I was about to say, I think her qualification is like, hey, you know my dad represented OJ, right? But I don't want to take away from her. Good for her for sticking to it, and it does sound like she's making a difference.
Yeah, she has a lot of work she's doing.
Yes.
All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. They may be cute, but don't let the wagging tails fool you. These pups are training to take a bite out of crime. Coming up, we're taking a deep dive into a program working to shape the next generation of canine officers. Plus, this is pretty cool. Some new tech could actually help decrease the spread of wildfires while also keeping fire crews safe. Coming up after the break, we're going to look at the burn bot.
Statistics show every 20 minutes an accident happens. It's not a pleasant thought, but sometimes watching out for the other guy is not good enough. If you've been injured in an accident, call Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic, don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
Ugh, and I'm already late.
Your brain during rush hour. Some allergy medications can make you drowsy, but Allegra is different. Traffic jam? We got this. Woo-hoo! See? On time.
Allegra is fast 24-hour allergy relief with 0% brain interference. It's a no-brainer.
First you hear it, then you feel it. That's the crunchy, melt-in-your-mouth feeling of Ritz Toasted Chips.
Just how massive is the massive 4-day sale at Denver Mattress? Well, for starters, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save 30% on our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Check out the Colorado Twin for only $149.99. And get up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and receive a free $300 gift. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. But hurry, the massive 4-day sale at Denver Mattress ends Monday.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Statistics show every 20 minutes an accident happens. It's not a pleasant thought, but sometimes watching out for the other guy is not good enough. If you've been injured in an accident, call Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
And that 3-degree guarantee, you are crushing it.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's been, well...
Just humble brag. Just come on.
It's been a little bit of luck, but some skills. Some skills involved.
Some skills.
Okay, let's Let's go ahead and take a look at our 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. Yesterday, I went with a forecast high of 71 in Pasco Tri-Cities. Hey, what do you know? I verified right at 71, so the jackpot goes up to $725. So here's the deal for today. I'm also going with the forecast high of 71 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 68 to 74, the jackpot's going to go up to $750. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page. You can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Now what's on your screen is a live look at Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. Definitely saw some lower clouds out there for this morning as this band of rain just kind of situated right on top of the valley. So in both the upper and lower Yakima Valley, where we're probably still seeing some light rainfall. The same thing applies to the northern slice of Benton County and Franklin County. Keep in mind that all this stuff is pretty light, and it's mostly going to be off the map after lunchtime. Right now, temperatures in the 50s for lower elevations, 30s up in the Cascades, 30s and 40s up in the Blues. So for lower elevations, feels a little mild and a little muggy out there for this morning. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for today for the Tri-Cities. Again, dry after lunchtime and even seeing a decent amount of sunshine as we head into the afternoon. So for today, highs still going to be about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. That means we'll be around 70 degrees for lower elevations, and I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. Well, with increased upstream releases, authorities are warning of higher water levels and swift cold water on the Yakima River. And they want you to be careful, especially as you're heading out this weekend with those warmer temperatures in store. Officials say rafting, kayaking, and fishing activities will present an increased risk due to the increase in flow. People are urged to exercise caution if interacting with the river, even if you're just along the shore. And fire crews in Pasco were busy yesterday evening responding to 2 different fires within just a couple hours of each other. The first one, a house fire on the 1700 block of West Hopkins Street in Pasco. It broke out just before 3 yesterday afternoon. A number of streets were shut down in the area as a result. You can see crews there. The fire was contained just to the top of a dresser and was out by the time firefighters arrived. They think that a candle was to blame for that fire. The people who were home were able to get that fire put out. No injuries were reported. And then just a couple hours later, around 5:30, Pasco Fire responded to a shed fire, this one on the 800 block of North 3rd Avenue. The building was an unattached type of shed. The structure was fully engulfed in flames when crews got there. Luckily, no one was hurt. The people that live there think that maybe an electrical cord started that fire. Crews are still investigating. Over the past week, Brown & Sons on Evans Street in Milton Freewater has been broken into 3 times. At around 8 o'clock Tuesday night, officers responded yet again and made contact with the suspect, 48-year-old Matthew Bodine Weiss. He was arrested, and police, though, are now saying there are likely more suspects. Detectives are also working to recover stolen property in an excess of about $1,000. They say if you know anything about these break-ins, to call police. And taking you to Walla Walla, where a big-name bargain store is headed just in time for summer shopping. Burlington Stores is opening its newest location on June 6th at 1648 West Poplar Street. It's going to bring its everyday discounts on brand-name merchandise to the Valley. As a part of the grand opening celebration, the first 100 adult shoppers will receive a $10 bonus card to use towards their purchase. A ribbon-cutting ceremony will also be held to mark the occasion. 6:33, and when it comes to fighting crime, some of the most important officers don't wear badges or even boots. In fact, they don't walk on 2 legs. With hundreds of millions of scent receptors, these canines can detect a range of explosives from TNT to homemade devices, making them one of law enforcement's most reliable tools. From airports to concert venues, these canine teams are trained to work in high-pressure situations, and it all starts with the trust between the dog and the handler.
So we've got narcotics dogs and explosive detection firearm dogs here, and we set up scenarios that are reality-based, so we have to be out in non-training environments, new environments for the dogs.
Now, the group hosts an annual conference with experts from across the country, all to help these teams stay sharp and ready. This Friday, the handlers, alongside their 4-legged partners, will take part in their certification, in their tests, sniffing out trouble and helping to keep communities safe. 6:34 and news from across Washington. Motorcyclists account for 16% of traffic deaths, and this year those numbers are actually trending down, with 110 fatalities reported in 2024, marking a 23% decrease. Now, still, safety advocates say even one life lost, of course, is too many. Motorcyclists make up just 3% of registered vehicles in Washington, but account for 16% of all traffic deaths. It's a stark reminder of their vulnerability on the roads. Officials asking drivers now to just double check your blind spots, avoid distractions, and give motorcyclists extra space to make sure everyone gets home safely. Okay, check this out. Some new tech could actually help stop the spread of wildfires and even make it safer for first responders. It's called the BurnBot. And so what it does, it removes flammable brush by mulching it and then burning it, and then it disperses it as ash. Clearing this brush to help mitigate fires, it's something that manned crews usually do, but this BurnBot, the maker says it can treat 22 acres in just 3 days, even on steep slopes. That would take a normal crew about 2 weeks to do. Excuse me. BurnBot says firefighters shouldn't worry about robots, though, coming for their jobs. They claim using their tech will free up hand crews to deal with more technical work that humans still do best. 6:36, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A Washington man was saved from a house fire by his knight, though, was not in shining armor. His savior has scales and a tail. We have the story of how this household pet saved his owner coming up after the break.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
The big Memorial Day savings are on at Walker's Furniture, with store-wide discounts on all your favorite brands and doorbuster deals like a 3-piece reclining set for just $999. Or pay over time with 5 years no-interest financing. No money down, no minimum purchase required. Beautiful new bedroom sets, stylish new sectionals, and quality new dining sets, all on sale. Get the biggest savings of the season, where quality just costs less. Walker's Furniture.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar today at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
The big Memorial Day weekend is finally here, and More Furniture is celebrating with store-wide sale pricing. Plus, get your choice, free white glove delivery, or we'll pay the sales tax. It's your chance to save big on our spring lineup, featuring fresh new designs, functions, and features in every department. You'll find relaxing living rooms, bedroom sanctuaries, cozy dining rooms, and the perfect accessories all in stock, on sale and ready for immediate delivery. Visit your local More Furniture this Memorial weekend.
Rick's Custom Fencing and Decking was proud to take part in the Great American Flag Swap. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, superior service, and community support is a reflection of our love for this great nation. Rick's Fencing and Decking thanks you for joining us in honoring our veterans and all who serve.
Apple Valley News Now invites you to walk with us at Tri-Cities Great Strides, Saturday, May 31st at Howard Amon Park. Support the fight against cystic fibrosis. Together, we can make CF stand for Cure Found. Register now at cff.org.
Next Live, Cynthia Nixon from And Just Like That.
When you worked on Sex and the City, we learned how to dress, how to walk, how to talk.
Plus General Hospital's Finola Hughes.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have a chance of showers. Obviously, we're tracking showers for this morning, but after 12 p.m. should be mostly dry across the map. High is going to be in the mid-50s today up in the Cascades, upper 60s in the Kittitas Valley. A little bit breezy with peak gusts out of the north and west around 25 miles per hour in both the Cascades and the Kittitas Valley. Should be light winds in the Yakima Valley, highs in the low 70s. And again, a chance of showers for this morning. Same thing in the lower Columbia Basin. These highs are also going to be in the low 70s. Peak gusts out of the north and west peaking around 20 miles per hour, especially down towards Hermiston. Then in the Blue Foothills will be in the 60s. Should be dry in the Blue Foothills for the most part for today, even for this morning. And then in the Blue Mountains, we'll also have just a little chance of some showers, mainly for this morning. Highs in the 60s for the Blue Foothills, 50s and 60s in the Blue Mountains, and a little bit breezy. Winds out of the north and west, peak gust around 25 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills. Now let's talk about some of these fire fuel numbers as we head into fire season. So here's today's vegetation dryness forecast. Remember, the 100th percentile would be the driest vegetation since 2005. So we're only in the 53rd percentile for today in the Cascades, the Kittitas Valley, and upper Yakima Valley. But look at what these numbers are going to look like by Sunday. And Sunday is going to be the hottest day, or one of the hottest days over the next 7 days. We're going to be in the 68th percentile in the Cascades, the Kittitas Valley, and upper Yakima Valley. So those numbers not trending in the right direction, but you would expect those numbers to trend in this direction given that we are trending drier and hotter.
All right, you ready for this one?
Let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
You don't have to be in a fantasy novel to have your life saved by a dragon. One Washington man credits his scaly pet for alerting him to a dangerous situation.
Deborah Holm has this story of the bond between man and reptile.
This is his time of day to be out. Donald Hale and his bearded dragon Spike are nearly inseparable. That likely saved both their lives last weekend. I witnessed a miracle right here laying on his couch, because if my dragon don't wake me up, if he don't wake me up, I don't be here talking to y'all. Come on. Hale had just come back from a 13-mile run Saturday night when he took some melatonin and fell into a deep sleep. Right here. So he didn't hear the 2 smoke alarms that were going off. Lucky for him, Spike was no sleeping dragon. Didn't no neighbor come and wake me up. Didn't no alarm wake me up. My dragon woke me up, Spike. To whip up this dragon's tail, Spike whipped Hale with his very long tail to wake him up. Hale discovered why when he went to the bathroom. When I opened the cabinet, from the pressure, the smoke came out, the fire came out. I backed up. I went in there and grabbed something to put the water in and came back and put it out. Do they know what happened? Someone poured something down the drain. Very special bone. Now Hale is thanking God and his wordless companion. He don't make no noise. He don't bark. He don't holler. But he made the loudest noise that day I ever heard in my life. By banging on my face.
Wild.
Get you a pet like that.
Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So Hale says as a reward, he's going to take Spike on vacation. They're headed to the Grand Canyon.
Good for Spike, and good for him, too.
All right. Do you think your dog would alert you to trouble?
I think so. I think both my dog and my cat, they're very vocal when it's time to get fed. Yeah. So hopefully, if they associate with, if something bad happens to him, that means no more food. Oh. So hopefully they would be just as vocal if my life was in peril.
All right, well, I hope
we don't find out, ever.
All right, so much for ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, your morning sprint. Everything you need to know as you head out the door this morning. And giving you a live look outside this morning from our Bi-Mart camera in Yakima. When we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have your full first alert forecast as we make our way closer to the Memorial Day weekend. We're back after the break.
With McValue at McDonald's, you'll get deals on drinks whenever you hit the afternoon slump.
We've got your pick-me-up covered because medium drinks are now $2.29. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
In an instant, your world can shatter.
At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
Feeling overwhelmed? It's time to shed your worries, literally. At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got the perfect shed to clear the clutter, create space, and bring peace to your life. Man cave, playhouse, done. Want something custom? We'll build it just the way you want it. And we deliver for free. Spring is here. Shed the mess, shed the stress. See dealer for special pricing. Visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds today, 3680 West Van Giesen in West Richland.
Traveling is so exciting that you'll need to be prepared.
New ID requirements for travel are here.
There are multiple forms of ID you can use.
Whatever option you choose, make sure you have it with you before heading to the airport.
That way, you can travel stress-free.
Make sure you're prepared so you can relax and enjoy your flight.
Real ID has arrived.
For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today at our brand new location on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Born in 1947, dedicated to our heroes. 78 years later, we honor that legacy with a bold new chapter. Prosser Memorial Health has opened the doors to its new state-of-the-art hospital, designed with you in mind. This is how we care.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
Get the morning going when you buy one breakfast sandwich and get another one for $1.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We do have some light rain on the map for this morning, and we'll continue to have that throughout the rest of this morning. By 8 o'clock, looks like this band of light rainfall isn't really going to budge much compared to where it's at now, but by lunchtime, this should mostly be off the map, and for the rest of the day, we should keep it mostly dry. Of course, if you want to track the showers this morning with an interactive radar, we have that feature on the First Alert Weather app. You can download it for free in the App Store or on Google Play. So for today, again, like I mentioned, after 12 p.m. should be mostly dry. Skies are going to turn from partly cloudy to mostly sunny in lower elevations, and highs will end up being about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. That means 60s and 70s for lower elevations, 40s and 50s up in the mountains. And winds will be a little bit more widespread as opposed to what they've been, well, what they were yesterday in particular, but these gusts not going to be nearly as strong as what we saw over the past weekend. So, of course, we will continue to track these wind gusts out here. Okay, for tonight, mostly clear skies, could have a lingering shower up in the Cascades, and overnight low is going to drop down into the 40s, going to be in the 30s up in the higher terrain of the Cascades, and we're going to have 30s and 40s in the higher terrain of the Blues. Should be completely dry for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we have another storm system for Sunday night into Monday. Should be dry for Tuesday, and then another potential of a shower into Wednesday. High temperature is going to be feeling very summer-like as we head into this weekend. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. A small chance of showers this morning, drying out and turning summer-like into this weekend, and it looks as if that'll continue next week. In Yakima, the forecast turns dry after this morning with highs in the 80s, taking over for Saturday and beyond. In Ellensburg, drying out later today, then the forecast stays mostly dry as we heat things up into this weekend and next week. For Hermiston, a few showers possible this morning, then a mostly dry forecast as highs surge into the low 90s by Sunday. Then for Walla Walla, not much rain over the next 7 days as highs will buddy up with 90 degrees on Sunday, and we'll keep it pretty warm for Memorial Day and beyond. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, job offer shocker. Meet the high school students netting high salaries, sometimes before they even graduate.
It feels nice to know like that I'm wanted and that that there's like a role for me to fill, that I have a unique set of skills that people want and looking for.
With 1 in 4 adults in the U.S. owing student debt from college, trade programs now offering an alternative for some, giving teens hands-on training outside of traditional classrooms to learn trades like welding, plumbing, and so much more.
There's definitely a shortage in people going into the trades, so that makes the demand and the pay skyrocket for us.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll tell you more about these high-paying skills and how you can develop them no matter how old you are. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better. So this is better. That too. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Dupixent's not for sudden breathing problems. It helps prevent asthma attacks. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma. Also approved as an add-on treatment for adults with COPD that is not well controlled and with a specific marker of inflammation.
6:52, taking a look at some breaking news in your national headlines this morning. A small plane has crashed early this morning into a military housing neighborhood near San Diego. It's near Murphy Canyon. Officials say it happened around 3:47 this morning, not far from Tierra Santa. Now, Fire Chief Dan Eddy says several homes and cars caught fire as a result of the crash. FAA confirming that the aircraft was a Cessna 550 headed to Montgomery Gibbs Executive Airport. It's not yet clear just how many people were on board. FAA and NTSB will be on the ground investigating with multiple local and military agencies currently on scene. It's something, of course, we'll continue to follow, and be sure to watch Apple Valley News Now tonight at 5 and 6 for updates as they continue to become available. And in your sports headlines this morning, Indianapolis Colts owner and CEO Jim Irsay has passed away at the age of 65. The team say he died peacefully in his sleep Wednesday. Irsay has been involved with the Colts since his father purchased the team back in 1972. At just 24 years old, he became the team's youngest general manager. Then in 1997, Irsay became the sole owner after his father passed away. While under his ownership, the Colts became Super Bowl champs in 2007. And now here are the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning with your morning sprint. Starting in Quincy, the body of a missing woman was recovered from an irrigation canal Tuesday. Investigators believe 24-year-old Erica Martinez Chavez crashed her car into the canal late Sunday night. A helicopter pilot spotted the submerged vehicle on Monday. Her body is now in the care of the coroner's office. And in Kennewick, a felony arrest ended in a standoff early Tuesday morning. Police say Herberto Villarreal ran from officers and hid in an attic on Initat Avenue. The SWAT team and K-9 Ivan all helped bring him into custody. He was wanted on multiple warrants and now faces additional charges. And a new regional crash investigation team is coming to Yakima County. City Council approving the funding to create a major collision team combining resources from Yakima Police, the Sheriff's Office, and Washington State Patrol. The team aims to address the county's high rate of serious and deadly crashes, especially in rural areas. The project will cost about $81,000 for the first year. And if you're planning to head towards the Yakima River this weekend, be careful. Authorities say higher upstream water releases are pushing cold, fast-moving water downstream. Rafting, fishing, kayaking, it could all pose increased risks. Even visiting the shoreline can be dangerous as well. Authorities want you to stay alert, especially as temperatures start to warm up. And traffic safety news, there's some progress. Washington State has seen a drop in motorcycle-related deaths. Number of fatalities is down 23% from last year, according to WashDOT. But with warmer weather bringing more bikes to the roads, safety officials are urging both riders and drivers to stay alert and share the road. All right, 6:55, trending this morning. Anyone who has to use their GPS everywhere they go can empathize with this story. A DoorDash driver takes a notable wrong turn at Chicago O'Hare's International Airport. Authorities say last weekend a 36-year-old man mistakenly drove past a gate and headed into a restricted area. He ended up parked next to a grounded plane on the tarmac.
Chicago aviation officials say Saturday's incident didn't cause any disruptions to operations, and police did a security sweep afterwards. Officials at DoorDash say it appears the driver simply got lost while making a delivery.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like there would have been signs he passed that should have said, don't go in here.
Yeah.
Like alerted him to the fact that although, yeah, maybe he took a wrong turn, he should have known to turn back around.
Also, like, given what the news cycle has been over the past year in regards to airplanes, I would not want to be on a tarmac.
No, definitely not. All right, let's talk weather as we are headed out the door this morning. Is it still kind of sprinkly out there right now?
Yeah, we're seeing some light rainfall. It's mainly in the lower Yakima Valley, also in the lower Columbia Basin, especially up towards the Hanford site, Connell, Mesa, but I think we've seen a few sprinkles in the Tri-Cities this morning as well. Right now, temperature is very mild for lower elevations. 50s, we're even getting closer to 60 degrees for the Hanford site, but definitely a lot cooler up in the mountains, 30s and 40s for the Cascades, 40s up in the Blues. Later today, we'll still have highs that'll be about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. So all of us for lower elevations within a few degrees of 70 degrees. But just keep in mind that the rainfall on the map for this morning will mostly be off the map after lunchtime. Then skies will transition to partly cloudy to mostly sunny, so it's going to end up being a pretty nice spring day when it's all said and done. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. A few showers left over for this morning, mostly dry for Friday and beyond, and starting to feel very summer-like as we head into Memorial Day weekend. We could touch 90 in the Tri-Cities by Sunday.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I think I'm ready for like a hot day.
A nice hot day.
I think my body's ready for it now.
Same. Yes. All right, thanks so much for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find the latest on all of the stories from today and so many more on our website, AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Good Morning America is up next, and we'll of course be back tonight at 5 with your local news and weather.
Have a great day.